Hello, we are the Damsels game. The Damsels are three lady gamers who like to play games, and then we talk about them. Boy, are we going to talk about some stuff today. You might not like all of it. We played a couple of new games, new to us anyway. Listen along as we talk about the Ascent and Star Trek Online. Also, Sahba knows gaming news, hopefully. If I would venture to guess. We just nod and smile along, me and Mithra. Thanks so much for listening. The Damsels game is recorded live on Sunday, March 5th? No. What's today?
Today is March 3rd. Mine at Myth's time.
Right, March 3rd. That's what I said. This is
March 4th.
This is our 162nd show. Want to listen to more shows? Yes, we have them on our YouTube channel, the Damsels Game YouTube channel, our website, damselsofddo.com, and we are hosted currently by Buzzsprout. I wasn't going to say anything else. You can listen to the show live right here on twitch.tv/thedamselsgame. Our latest episode, Conan Exiles, is up on YouTube, and it's downloadable on our website. No, actually, it's not Conan Exiles. It was where we talked about Civ 5 versus Civ 6. It was a great discussion with a couple of our really good friends. And it was a lot of fun. So, did we get an email this week?
We did get
Oh my
email.
god, finally! Finally! Okay, tell me.
He says, in DDO, instead of trashing cosmetics you don't like, I think you can turn to a vendor in the Hall of Heroes, turn in those cosmetics to this vendor, and you can accumulate bits for cosmetics of your choice. I didn't try this out.
Bits?
Yeah, that's what he says. A lot of things for bits that you can accumulate for cosmetics of your choice.
What are bits?
They are bits. I don't know.
Maybe it's something you can trade for a cosmetic?
Yeah, I think so.
Because there are some nice cosmetics, but like...
There are some nice cosmetics. They're very expensive.
Yeah, stuff I can't afford.
Yep.
Too rich for my blood. My daughter's grad school it takes all of my money. I can't afford clothes. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about DDO coins.
Oh, no, I never had any of that money, so that's fine. I'm used to being poor there. But no, I was real life poor.
I wish that you could buy those things with plaid. Plenty of plaid.
Right, and so on to videos.
Yeah.
So my episode 184 came out today.
Yay, congratulations, you're barreling towards 200.
I don't barrel.
I heard a rumor about you. You want to know what it is?
No.
That you did
it.
Do I?
I have an idea. Let's gossip about Sahba Jade in front of her.
Okay.
She did What Goes Up today. Fun quest.
How'd it go?
We went up.
So you were what went up?
Yes, but this was on our epic characters, not my one quest a day character. So I'll talk about that later.
Okay. Right on.
For my quest day character, I did the madness of crowds, and I hope everybody got my tweet.
I didn't log into Twitter yet today because my day has just started only a few hours ago. So yeah, I still need to retweet you. I'll do it. Okay. I'll do it sneaky like while you're talking.
Do sneaky like while I'm talking.
Yeah, exactly.
So since our last episode, which wasn't too long ago, we had an episode. Sahba Jade made it to Evening Star and did the Disciples of Star Chain, then went back to Stormreach and did the Devil's Gambit, and has just started the Disciples of Rage chain. And my highlighted comment, Moss Hive Network says, I want to hug the drow, but I know that I'll die if I do.
Aww. Have you hugged a drow today? That's a t-shirt slogan right there. You're welcome.
Okay, but if you hug a drow, will you die?
Maybe. Depends on whether or not they want to be hugged.
There is a drow.
So has anybody hugged Mythri and died?
I've never tried it.
Okay, tell us about it, Myth.
Wait a minute, Mythri, you be killing people?
Just the ones that deserve it.
Said every psychopath ever. Mythri's just randomly going around killing people. Oh my lord. Okay, well, it's you gotta do what you gotta do.
Some of those guards are.
Yeah, they just want to hug you all the time, and you gotta say no.
Isn't that like a certain spider where if you sleep with that spider, not you. Anyway, and they wake up after the males sleep with them, the spider eats them or something. Is that myth?
Oh my god.
No.
That's pretty savage though, like.
No.
Okay. Alright.
You're talking about Black Widows.
There, maybe. Yes. That's how they had that movie and books and stuff about Black Widow spidery women, right?
Yep.
Okay. Mythri, the Black Widow drow.
No,
yeah.
That. I said the ones that deserve it.
All right. So what about you and your YouTube channel, Melissa?
Let's see, I started a new little video mini-series that's going to be ongoing for off and on for over the next couple of months, only because one of my co-workers is about to go on a little mini medical leave, so every once in a while she's going to record some 7 Days to Die with me, and I'm calling it Vanilla Sprinkles, Vanilla with Sprinkles, or whatever. Putting it up as a series on my YouTube channel. I'm also making a lot of TikToks out of it. I've already put that stuff up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Linked in the show notes. That's it.
So follow the links, people.
I think we're ready to move on to rumors, news, and lies. Oh my god. Are we
All
gonna...
right, so we have 2 games we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So first I want to hear Myth's view, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't see any notes from Myth in our chat.
Yeah, I don't want to
So-
sully her opinion.
Yeah, so Myth, what did you think of the Ascent?
I thought I liked the story, and I thought the game was really pretty, and I thought the movement was ridiculous.
How so?
It was very difficult to walk around. Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. The walking was stupid. I thought that the challenge was going to just be that you had to look down. I don't care for that, but that was nothing compared to trying to walk, because it wasn't even like a straight line, pushing like the plastic keys.
Right.
It's crazy. But other than that, I really liked the game. If I could walk around in it, I would play it. It was a beautiful game. They did a really pretty job on it. The story seemed fun.
What did you think, Melissa?
The game is gorgeous. The graphics are just really awesome. It's actually a pretty good game. It's got great voice acting. The story was intriguing to me. Like, you have to go on these different missions to fix different things. You're just a regular Joe. You're not a captain. You're not in charge of anything. You are just a guy in the world trying to make a living. I have to agree with Mithri that the movement and the point of view was almost like, hey, let's make this a side scroller, but not really. It was really weird on
It's
PC.
top down.
Yeah, I didn't like it just because you have to use the WASD keys to move around, and it was just awkward. So if there was a point of view that changed to make it third person, I think it would have been a perfect game. Looks great, sounds great, good story, great voices. It's not for me just because the point of view is weird. I think it would be great on console, which it was made for console and just transferred to PC, I'm guessing. But it's not for me. So
Yeah, I don't know.
it's not that it's not a good game, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I think the story is great. Yeah, it's the movement, because everything else you guys are saying is right.
Yeah.
And the point of view actually changes, because sometimes you're definitely top down, and sometimes you're a little skewed from that.
Sideways.
Yeah, so, and you can't change it. It changes on you. And it's supposed to be like a Diablo-like, but not quite that. Diablo, but with Diablo, you can put your mouse, when you're looking top down, you can put your mouse on a certain area of the map and click it, and your characters move to that area. This, you can't do that.
Right.
It's just, the movement is just so cumbersome that it ruins the rest of the game, because the story is good. And I wouldn't say you're just an average Joe. You're owned by the corporation.
Well, yeah, I mean, you sold your soul to the company store, obviously.
There you go. But I do like the story, and I do like the voice acting, and all that kind of stuff. I would play this game if the movement weren't so bad. Yeah.
Same.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Same. So this was a weird case for us, because usually if we don't like a game, we don't like anything about the game.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to play it.
Yeah, we just don't want to play it. It's not that I don't want to play this game. This is a good game. It's
I would like to play it.
movement is
Can't
just
move around.
movement is just
But I'm
really
not
weird
gonna
on
play
the
the
PC.
game.
No, I'm not.
I uninstalled it. because
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Movement is really important in a game.
Yeah.
How you move around. and-
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they would make
I wish
it
that I
so
could try it
difficult
on a
to move.
console to see if it was like completely different. The
Right.
movement.
Fix the movement and we'll try it again.
Yeah.
All right, so then we played Star Trek Online, because, Star Trek is a great...
Very well developed universe, well developed characters, and all of that. So I had high hopes
Yep.
for this thing.
Yep. So who wants to go first?
Oh,
Myth?
Myth, you made her go first last time. I don't mind going first.
All right, go ahead, Les.
Because I think there were more things that bothered you guys than bothered me anyway. I was prepared to like
I
it.
was as mad at it as you guys were.
I was definitely prepared to like it until It put me onto the holodeck for practice in combat. It was awful. It was awful. Combat is with just special needs. And the game feels okay.
You were going to pass that no matter how poorly you did, though?
Yeah, like
absolutely.
I was like, how stupid are these Klingons? They should have killed me 5 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
I'm running around like trying to figure out how crouching works, and the Klingons are just moving back and forth like, "Rah, here I am!" Like, oh my god, god.
They were shooting at you, but their shots didn't hurt.
It was awkward. It was really awkward. By all rights, I should have died many times over to a bat'leth, and I didn't. And I was okay with the hotbar, the key bindings, the instructions. I thought those were well done, but the combat tutorial hurt my soul. Aiming, crouching, shooting, those are not intuitive things the way that they should be. And unlike a game like, say, Conan Exiles, the learning curve is not fixable. Because I wasn't really comfortable with Conan Exiles' combat system either, but I adapted because there was a learning curve in it. This one, it just feels wrong. It reminds me of like Mass Effect, if Mass Effect also had an autism setting. I don't know a better way to explain it.
Well, you came out of the training session.
Yeah.
And they said, well done. Good job.
Yeah, well done. Good job. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? That was a train wreck. Let me do it again.
You watching?
Exactly. I said
Well,
that.
it tells you that your weapon is holstered, and then you go to try to draw the weapon, and it's not holstered. And I couldn't find it, and so I couldn't shoot my weapon because it wasn't where it told me it was, and I didn't know where it was, how to get it in my hand.
Well, I did notice that you could tab target, but the cooldown between firing your phaser was ridiculous, and the lack of tactics just took me way too far back. It was like zero tactics at all. I'm like, is this the way the show is? Is the show zero tactics? The Klingons, like, they appeared in the transporter room. They should have killed me right away, and they didn't. They just stood there and let me shoot. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
I got no place to hide, right? They threw our shields while the shields were up. They just got in.
Did you both did the same as me then? Because I said,
yeah.
You had an option of doing different things when you were on the bridge, and I said raise the shield.
Yeah, I raised the shield.
And how the Klingons get through. Okay, so spoiler alert here. Card tonight. And so if you don't want to hear, skip ahead a minute. They did go through the shields today, and I'm thinking, okay, that happened training in this Star Trek Online. But it shouldn't, well, because it was the Borg. But the Borg can do things that Klingons can't do. You cannot transport through shields. You can't. Because the captain of the show tonight said our shields are up. They cannot transport through the shields. He said that on the show tonight. And I'm thinking they did on Star Trek Online. So the tab targeting works and doesn't work. Because I tab targeted and then it went away. I'm like, tab target, it went away. Mine
didn't even work.
So,
I think if that's part of the training and the Klingons have to get on the ship, then raise the shield should not be an option.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't part of the training, though. We were already on our ship.
So that wasn't part of the training?
No. Well, that was our training ship. So we were with our captain at that time. Remember?
But was it still part of the tutorial?
Well, I guess it was part of the tutorial. But you're right. It shouldn't have been an option if they wanted the Klingons to be able to beam on the ship. That shouldn't have been an option for us to raise the shield. Right. Yeah, that's just wrong.
I think that all the stuff is probably something that if you kept on and on and on and played that game long enough, you probably figure out and get over with and used to doing. But it's very clumsy and cumbersome.
Yep. And then I didn't like space combat either. Because you are in charge of moving the ship and shooting the weapon, and even though you're the captain, I mean, I should be able to say, hey, target that vessel or target that space debris and fire, because I'm the captain. I am not the navigator and the security officer or the weapons officer. I'm the captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm never going back.
So I also deleted that.
I'm never going back. It was not a great experience.
No. I have played space games, and this was not my space.
Nah, you're 100% right.
All right.
I think
So
that one that we played, this bridge one.
yes, we each had that was Star Trek Bridge Commander. All right. So for Star Trek, we're gonna give it 3 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it.
All right. So the Ascent, though, I just want to give it a medium. Like not a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah,
Sideways
kind of
thumb.
a sideways
yeah.
thumb. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad game. Just
Fix the movement.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Into gaming news. We're gonna head there. Remember last time I said for the anniversary event they were giving out greater elixirs of discovery for every race and class that you owned prior to the anniversary event. For just a nice thing to do. You have to. They don't just go straight into your backpack. You have to go down into the bottom floor of the Hall of Heroes, talk to Jubilee, and she's going to bring up a list of every race and class. Click on each one, not the ones that you think you own. Click on each one because she'll say, you don't own this one. You're not entitled to this. But this way, that'll make sure you get every one that you're entitled to.
Okay.
And make sure you're on the server that you want the elixir because it's 1 per race class game-wide. So if you're on Sarlona and you really didn't want it on Sarlona, you want it on Argonis, and get onto Argonis. And then also the anniversary event is going on, and there's a nice cookie from the event that will give you a +1 festive bonus to all stats for 10 party favors. And if you don't have all the +2 augments, that's a nice little cookie to eat. And then I mentioned this before in Elder Scrolls Online, the High Isle is coming out June 6th, but you can get a Pal Frost Elf Fawn pet, which is pretty cute, with pre-purchase until 4 April. And in Guild Wars 2, the End of Dragons expansion arrived, and it's getting a lot of kudos because they had very minimum problems with their expansion launch, even with everybody buying it and getting online at the same time. So, well done, Guild Wars 2.
Yay.
All right, and the question of the show, and this is from my Twitter feed. You and some gaming friends, so it's not just you, stranded on a desert island. And we've talked about being stranded on a desert island before, like with the desert island discs.
Mm-hmm.
You are stranded with a game table and some dice, and you can take 1 RPG rule set like D&D, 1 board game, and 1 deck of cards for playing. So any kind of card deck. What do you take? And for me personally, I would take 2nd edition D&D as my rule set, Axis and Allies as my board game, and my cards would be Magic the Gathering.
I was literally thinking about Magic the Gathering because the cards.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband has big
That'd be a lot of
plastic
cards.
trays
There you
full
go.
of Magic
There'd
cards.
be a lot of cards.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a lot of
You would
them.
never get.
So
you could make up games with those cards.
This is for playing, not as a resource, though.
Oh.
All right. So, who wants to go first between you?
Listen,
Yeah, I think. Okay, so the rule set, I'm gonna do D&D 5.0, and I'm going to do Risk, the board game.
Okay.
you got my board.
Yeah, the cards, because you said Magic the Gathering, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do Uno. So,
Uno,
yeah,
okay.
why not?
Nothing wrong with Uno.
I know.
Right. Myth, what are you going to bring?
I can't remember the name of the rule set. I'm having one of those, brain.
Well, DDO is based on 3.5.
Mm-hmm. I thought
Yeah,
about
I know.
3.5.
This is another. It has to be one of those. Is that what you're saying? I can't have.
No.
There's-
There are other other
I know.
RPG
and
rule
that's-
sets out there.
Yeah, that's what I can't. I've got it like on the tip of my brain, and I can't spit it out.
Let's open up her head, listen. Look at
Yeah,
her
that
brain.
sounds like a good idea to me. Show me your brain.
It's a world that. Oh my God!
Well, go to your board game. What board game would you bring?
Bless it took my board.
Risk?
Risk.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a long time to play it, and it takes a lot of patience, so I figure I'll have plenty of time.
There's nothing wrong with Risk either. Okay, how about a card? A deck of
Think of
cards.
a board game now.
So,
I would just bring a regular deck of cards.
okay, because you
Tons
can
of
play
card
so
games.
well. You can't bring 2 decks. So my Magic the Gathering, it's just 1 deck of cards, right? So for everybody,
I don't know how you
All right.
count that.
fill it in later. All right. So before we start, I already told you Star Trek Picard is back, and the first episode was really good. And we're supposed to ask Lessa about Target Bag.
Oh my goodness. It is extremely hard to wrestle Sahba Jade away from her first and really, I want to argue, only love, Dungeons and Dragons Online, to play other games. And she will do it in the beginning when it is very exciting, when it's a struggle, when you don't have anything. It's really easy to get her to play. It's hard to get her to come back for the resource gathering and the work and all that. It's not easy to get her to come back for seconds or thirds. So I challenged Mithri. I said, if you can get Sahba Jade to come in to the Conan Exiles server that Fred is hosting, I will give you all the bags that I have collected over the last year, which is, it's not just Target bags. There are a lot of like grocery store bags and stuff too, but they're still, I would argue, very useful for Mithri. So it's just a year's worth of bags in exchange for your playtime.
How many is a year's worth?
It's a whole box. It's already in the box.
You would.
All the bags all stuffed up together. I'm guessing about 200 maybe.
Wow.
That's a lot of bags. So has she been working hard? Has she been talking things up like, hey, come play, blah, blah, blah?
Not once.
She hasn't worked at all?
That is not true, not once. I went into her chat the other day and interrupted her DDO.
See, she interrupted DDO to say, hey, you need to come play Conan Exiles. And then the whole time in her back of her mind, she was thinking, a year's worth of Target bags. I need those bags. She can send them as lunch boxes to lunch with her husband. She can send them. She can.
Oh, I thought they were all for kitty litter.
I don't know, whatever she uses them for. Maybe she can combine the kitty litter and the husband's lunch. And kitty litter together in the same bag.
Yes.
Fred wants to
that's
know
what
is
lunch
Myth
is.
a bag lady?
She's a bag lady.
Bag lady?
Yeah. So I heard a rumor that you were going to come and play Conan Exiles tonight with us for an hour or so, which will earn Mithri her prize.
I'm not sure there was a time limit on this.
What?
She's kind.
Is she? Well, I'm doing this, so whatever happens next is up to you. you could make Mithri hate
She
you.
said she was coming.
We already talked about playing Conan.
Yeah, exactly. We have a plan and everything. We have a plan for
Morkborg.
place to go.
Morkborg? I don't think I've ever heard of Morkborg. Is that what you said, Myth?
Yeah, that's the rule set.
Have you heard of that, Lessa?
No, I haven't. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just gathering the starter box for you that has
Okay.
just.
Get it ready.
Yep.
I guess I'll bring Settlers of Catan. I can't think of anything.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a great game. All right.
So, we're
here
stuck on an
is-
island, and we have Risk, Axis and Allies, Settlers of Catan. We have Uno, a regular deck of cards, and Magic the Gathering. We have Morkborg, whatever that is, and 2 versions of D&D. We're golden. We have no food, but we know how to fish. I like fish,
There we go.
and we know how
It's
to
some fruit. It's some
we know how
vegetables.
to get a pineapple without a knife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's good. We have some pineapple.
I hope
That's
we
a
have pineapple.
coconut. Coconut.
We don't have any way to crack the
I figured it out.
We'll be eating pineapple, digging that pineapple out. Okay. Not me, I wasn't talking about
Good
me.
job.
On to our 2 weeks in gaming.
Yes, Conan. It's Conan and I've actually played 7 Days to Die as well, but really, I'm Steam friends with at least one of my coworkers, and he had to say something yesterday about my Conan Exiles addiction. He was like, how are you playing this much and working a full-time job, plus you worked overtime last week? I was just like, dude, you gotta want it. You gotta be committed.
Well, that's how our friends do it.
I guess. What about you guys?
So I spent a lot of my time redoing my hard drives, so then now they're all hooked up. So I was reinstalling all my games, but I still played some DDO. And remember last time we were 30 and we were going to Iconic TR, so we did that. But now we're back up to 30. We got to 30 tonight, and I'm at 46 Reaper points. So I gained almost 100,000 Reaper points. And tonight I was playing with Ven, he's a fantastic player. He solos Reaper 10s. And somebody told him he couldn't solo Myth, what's that ranger who two weapons at the same time? It's a type of ranger.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
that
I
kind of
have one of those.
Yes. Somebody told him you can't solo Reaper 10s with that kind of ranger. A Tempest Ranger.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, I'm going to make one and do it. And so now he solo re-pretends with a Tempest Ranger.
I wouldn't know why you wouldn't be able to.
Because some characters are much easier to solo re-pretend than other characters. Like my Sahba Jade is never going to be able to solo a re-pretend. Just not going to be able to do it because she's not built that way. So we were playing with him tonight on his Tempest Ranger, and by the time I stepped into a quest, he was at the end saying, "Can I finish this?" It's like, sure, go ahead.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's how good he is.
Does he solo those with Zazo?
Okay, you can't solo something with somebody?
The sorcerer.
Zazo doesn't solo.
Oh.
So this is a different friend then. No, Zazo does not solo Reaper 10s. Reaper 5s, maybe?
Tell him to get on it.
Alright, that's it for me playing.
Mithri, didn't you do a puzzle game?
I did. I think I'm really getting close to finishing it. It's a really good one, though. A pedestrian. I know I talked about it last time.
So it has
It's
a
pretty easy.
beginning, middle, and an end. It has like
I mean, it has a beginning and an end. I guess there's a middle somewhere.
there's a middle somewhere. That's amazing. I want to see you finish it.
Myth and I were talking about a puzzle game this week. Neither of us play it, but we were talking about Wordle.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
She never heard of it.
Nope.
Which I guess many people. Because, you know, there are some people that I follow on Twitter that put their Wordle up. And that's how we got onto Wordle. Do you play Wordle, Leslie?
No, not at all.
I've never played it either. I guess we're in the
Not interested.
minority. Alright, what's your Outer Worlds about, Myth?
What's it about?
Well, I just downloaded it onto my pre-done hard drive, so I'm about to start it.
Oh, right on. I know
This is
that.
the one that Lessa gave me
Yes.
as a present.
Yes, and then I gave it to Mithri because she was like, "What did you do? Raw! Why do I not deserve this game?" It was just like that. It was like
It
death
sounds
metal.
like her, too.
Yeah, just. And then she felt all guilty. She's like, "You didn't have to get that for me." And I was like, "Ha ha ha! It's too late."
So this is the one that is kind of like...
It's tongue in cheek. It's kind of think of the Ascent,
like
the
Far
plot of
Cry?
it. No, maybe, maybe. It's got the great voice acting, and it's got the hey, you're just a regular Joe who works for this company or whatever, and
we
you're
already
poor.
discussed that. You're not a regular Joe. You're owned by the company.
Yeah, you're definitely owned by the company
You're a
in this one.
slave.
You're a slave to the company. And you are just, you ship, some things happen, and you gotta make it. You go around and you get quests from these different people, and
Okay.
you do them, and you collect companions, so in that way it kind of is like Far Cry, but it kind of...
Obviously, movement is better.
Way better. So is
Okay.
combat. Combat is way better too. It's all good things. You're gonna like it. I'm ready to get back to other things now that I've the initial addiction for
So you're
Conan
not getting a
Exiles is
high anymore?
curbed. I am of course, girl. I get high all the time. What are you talking about?
I meant
Oh, from Conan. Yeah. Of course I am. I'm just, taking it slow, taking it easy. Seeing. Again, I'm ready to actually play other games. I don't have a lot of spare time, so if I have a goal in one game that I know I can get to, I'm gonna naturally just gravitate toward that game. Like building these amazing palaces in Conan Exiles, even though Fred built this one. We built the first one and then Fred upgraded it. But the other one, it's all us. We built it. But it doesn't matter. We're not going to see any of that today. We're hitting the road. We are hitting the road, and we are going to go to a city full of undead, actually.
Alright, now I can't get Starship out of my head, and it's all your fault.
Sorry. Sorry.
So, anything else? Did you play anything else besides Conan?
No. No, I haven't
Nothing
done
but
anything.
Conan.
I don't think so, no.
I'm such a different person inside of Lessa's head.
Right. Oh, save your penny for the weak. That's Mithri.
Everybody's different in everybody's head, right?
That is Mithri. Are you guys ready to move on to housekeeping?
Yeah.
This show has to be purposefully short because we have to slip it in before the end of the buzz
Alright. Then
sprout
Say your
month.
spiel at 2 times the speed.
Right, okay, yeah, you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, as I said so in the beginning of the show. We are the Damsels Game on YouTube, the Damsels Game in your heart, linked in the show notes on our website at damselsofddo.com. And we don't know when the next time is.
It's going to be on Saturday.
It'll definitely be after the 5th of this month.
Probably
so.
the 13th.
Yeah, alright, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Until then, Misery Inferno. Right on. Thanks very much for joining us, guys.